Ever spend an hour casting at what looked like the perfect spot, then realized the fish were never even there?
It happens to all of us. Sometimes it's not your lure. It's not your technique.
You're just fishing the wrong water.
That's why Castable Sonar got so popular. You don't have to guess anymore. You can actually see what's down there before you waste your time. And here's the best part. No boat needed. Nothing to mount. No holes to drill into your gear. You just tie it on your line, cast it out, and it shows you what's happening below the surface. But not every one of these is worth your money. Some are perfect if you're just starting out. Some are built for anglers who fish the same lake week after week. And one of them completely surprised me. It punches way above what it costs. So today, we're looking at 5 Castable Sonar units, cheapest to most advanced. By the end, you'll know exactly which one fits how you fish.
Not the one with the biggest price tag. Let's start cheap, because honestly, not everyone needs a $300 fish finder. First up is the Fuceter XF-08. And if you've never touched sonar before, or you're just curious whether it even helps, that's who this is for.
There's nothing to learn here. Cast it out. Watch the little screen. You get depth, water temperature, and where fish might be sitting. That's it. For a lot of people, that's enough. It doesn't need your phone either. No app, no account, no notifications buzzing while you're trying to fish. You turn it on and go. Keeping it this simple means it skips a few things, though. No GPS, no maps. You can't save your favorite spots. The screen won't win any awards. But if all you want is one answer, if there is anything down there, it does exactly that job. This is the one-eyed hand to someone buying their first sonar ever. Try it. Learn how it feels. Decide later if you want more. Already know you want GPS and mapping? Skip this one. You'll outgrow it fast.
Now, say you've already tried something this basic before.
Or you already know you want a bit more than just depth and a fish icon. This next one's your step up. It's called the HawkEye FishPod 5X, and it does something different. Instead of its own screen, it uses your phone. That changes everything. The bottom shows up more clearly. Fish are easier to spot. I'll be honest, I didn't expect much from this one going in. It's priced right in the middle of the pack, nothing flashy about it. But the first time I pulled it out of the water and looked at the screen, I actually sat there for a second like, wait, that's more detail than I was getting out of units that cost twice as much. That's the moment this thing won me over. Fish through the ice in winter? There's a built-in flasher mode for that, too. You're not stuck with one setup either. Shore today, kayak tomorrow, different rod next week. It just moves with you. Now, it does run on Bluetooth. Most days, that's fine. But if you love making really long casts across open water, the connection might drop before it reels all the way back. Not a deal breaker. Just something to know. Want more than the Fuceter without spending a lot more? This is your sweet spot.
Alright, now here's one you've probably already seen.
Spend even 5 minutes looking at castable fish finders, and the Garmin Striker Cast shows up every single time. That's not an accident. And if you caught my last video, this one might already look familiar. I covered it there as a mount-free option for kayak anglers. Here's how it holds up against the rest of today's lineup. The first time you use it, there's almost nothing to figure out. Open the app, connect it, cast, done. It doesn't feel like learning new tech. It feels like fishing.
That's exactly why so many people pick this as their first sonar.
Grab the GPS version to save your favorite spots, too. Found a brush pile? A drop-off loaded with fish? Save it. Come right back next month. It's Bluetooth too, same as the FishPod.
Fishing close to shore or off your kayak, you'll never notice.
But cast far across a big lake, and the signal might tap out sooner than you'd like. Still, if you'd rather spend Saturday fishing than reading a manual, this is one of the easiest picks on this whole list.
Now we're stepping into different territory with the Deeper Pro Plus 2.
This one isn't just about finding fish today. It's about learning the water, one trip at a time. There's a lake about 20 minutes from my house that I've fished more times than I can count. The first season, honestly, every trip felt like starting over. I'd cast, move a little, try again. Some days I caught something.
Most days I just left tired and confused about why the fish weren't where they were last week.
Once I started using something like this, that changed. Not right away, but after a handful of trips, I started noticing patterns. Where the bottom dropped off, where the fish kept showing up again and again, almost like they were waiting for me. It runs on Wi-Fi instead of Bluetooth, so the connection stays strong even on longer casts. You also get different scanning modes, wide to search fast, narrow to zoom in on one spot. Here's the real question though. Will you actually use those maps? Hitting a new lake every weekend? Probably not. But if you've got 1 or 2 spots you keep coming back to, this thing gets more useful every single trip. You're not starting over each time. You're building something.
And that brings us to the top of the list, the Deeper Max.
I'll be honest, this last one's not for everyone. Just want to check the depth before a few casts? You don't need this much power. But if fishing has turned into something you actually take seriously, this is where it gets interesting. The picture is sharper. Small depth changes stand out. Structure under the water is easier to read. The GPS is more accurate, too.
The biggest upgrade is real 3D mapping.
Sounds like a nice extra until you actually use it. Instead of guessing what's down there, you see it. Where the point starts, where the channel bends, where a flat suddenly drops into deep water. Finding your way back to a spot that's produced fish before becomes so much easier. Yes, it costs more. And no, I don't think everyone needs it. Fish a handful of weekends each summer?
Save your money. You'll never touch half of what it offers. But if you're on the water every chance you get, always trying to figure out why the fish are holding here and not there, the price starts making a lot more sense.
This isn't something you buy for one season. It's something you grow into.
So, which one's right for you?
Just curious, don't want to spend much? Start with the Fuceter XF-08. Want a bit more without spending a lot more? Grab the HawkEye FishPod 5X. Want something simple that just works? Hard to beat the Garmin Striker Cast. Fish the same water again and again. The Deeper Pro Plus 2 earns its price back fast. And if fishing is one of your favorite things in the world, the Deeper Max gives you the most room to grow. One last thing. Don't buy the most expensive one just because it's expensive. Buy the one you'll actually use. The best sonar isn't the one with the longest spec sheet. It's the one that gets you fishing faster and searching less. I've linked all 5 below with today's prices, so you can pick the right one. Like honest gear breakdowns with zero hype? Hit subscribe. A new one drops every week. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.